So we made it into the shopping district. We went to see Webley and his very, very big boyfriend about getting our swords back. And then Webley was like pretty sick with the black lung sickness, and he made a big point of shaking everybody's hand, which Arazid noticed. And so we all might be infected. There's that. But we did get our cool new rapiers, me and Arazid.
What did you guys name them in the end?
Oh, was it like the Dragon Fang
I think that was it,
rapier?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I think, and then what else happened? Okay, then Ollie and Arazid went off to see Lady Godiva, a dressmaker, about converting Zaphod's robes into a dress. And then we met up with the rest of the team, and we went to the Broken Mast, and they weren't totally happy to see us again, and for good reason, because we really messed that place up. Arizona got some tinkering tools. Sunny was nice enough to pay for them. I got sloppy drunk at the Broken Mast, and I peed my pants when I asked Arazid to carry me to the bathroom, and he dropped me. Um, and uh, and Solas came in and evaporated my pee. um, and then the guys put me to sleep, and Solas went in my fanny pack to get some gold to pay for the room, and he ended up stealing gold from me. Um, and I'm aware of the missing gold, but I don't know where it went. Because he was also very honest when he helped me count the gold in the morning.
And you were very drunk.
I was very drunk.
Hungover, I should say.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. So I've got a point of exhaustion against me, because I was so drunkaroos. Um, and then we were kind of just in the town square of the mid-level talking about what we were gonna do. And we talked about like maybe Kabor starting up like a band in the Broken Mass, and like he could bring in people to like dance, and we could get information, and like maybe meet up with some people who are headed to the wedding, like really just turn it into a bump and spot. Um, and then I was very excited about dancing, and I asked Sunny to spin me, which she did, and then I projectile vomited in circles all over the ground. And that is how we ended it. Boom.
Indeed. And meanwhile, Kesu has been off at the hospital, but he walks in to find an even worse state than the first time he approached the hospital.
Oh, great.
The beds, there are 40 beds? They are now 2 people to a bed. In some bunks. Freya is when you see her, she looks as if she hasn't slept in about 3 days. I mean, even for an elf, doesn't need much sleep. This is, something that she looks really, really haggard and really worn. And there is definitely a heavy miasma of death in the air as you approach the hospital. You presumably spend most of the day trying your methods again with the honey.
Yes. Kesu would, but first he would point to the door and tell Freya to go get rest, because he will not see her work herself to death.
She nods. Her face is like almost completely white with tiredness and relief and just a lack of nutrients in general. She kind of totters off, and you can see she's not even walking straight. It's like she has been really overworked, it would seem, since you had been gone. And then you see why. These people are getting really seriously sick. There are even a few people who have not yet been moved to the morgue, sharing beds with people who are on their way there themselves. You can't get any silence. The coughing is incessant.
Kesu's going to, attempt to administer what he's already done. So far and everything.
You use the hot water, you use the honey on the first patient, and they begin to cough up this blackness. And once it is coughed up, it begins to crawl.
Kesu grabs that thing, pulls out a dagger, and stabs it.
You hear this very gentle, like if you'd stabbed a very small whoopee cushion. There is a definite, an eldritch smell, I think is the best way to describe it, as this thing dies.
Kesu looks for something that he can put this thing in to carry it in a moment. However, he then continues on doing what he's doing. However, anytime any of this comes out, he's now going to kill. All of it. He looks to the dead bodies. And he is there a courtyard?
Yep.
He's going to start
in a U shape, the building.
Yeah, if he's in between, he's going to start piling them outside.
Okay.
Once that he's piled all the dead bodies, he's going to burn them.
Okay. How would we best make fire then?
Is there anything around?
I suppose there would be some oil, and some matches you can pilfer from elsewhere in the hospital.
Yes.
With quite a bit of hard work, bodies are not known to be easily flammable. You are able to get a small burn going. It smells, well, to be perfectly honest, it smells a little bit appetizing.
It's not good.
Like a nice barbecue.
What a twist.
But
not horrible, not awful, not like death. No, it smells a little good. No, it's a little yummy.
Smells like it's could just need a little bit of mesquite sauce or whatever it is y'all use there, and then it's all good. If you listen really carefully in the fire, you can hear more of this, these popping and very small
Kesu is going to attempt to put one of the live ones in a box for safekeeping.
Okay.
As well,
you can
as he
find
goes
a glass jar.
Perfect. He's just going to shove that in there and close it and keep it for safekeeping.
Yeah. It ends up crawling. You observe it through glances in between administering to the patients, and you can see it's kind of trying to scrabble up the glass of the jar and trying to reach the lid, which is presumably shut and possibly weighted down.
Yes.
Otherwise, very firmly attached.
It is shut. I would assume he's probably put his the claws on top of it, a book on top of that, or a book on top of it, or not a book. There's no books around here. A rock.
And if there were, you would have destroyed the books.
Yes. I forgot the game that I was playing for a moment. Put a rock on top of it, basically just piling on just to make it so this thing is not going to get out.
Yeah. You see it's struggling very much. It's kind of it's like a one black mass, but that seems to just kind of move. You can't really see how it's able to locomote. You just kind of look up every now and then and it's just moved a new position. But if you look a little closer, you can see that a tendril here and there start reaching out and forming into more of a what looks like a very small developing limb.
Mm. Yeah, he's gonna keep an eye on it as he goes about, and uh, if they're dead, they go to the burn pile. If they're alive, they get some water and everything, like hot water and all that, and he's just going to start, anything that comes out is getting stabbed.
You notice more that the creatures really seem to be responding to the sweetness of the honey inside that hot water steam infusion. As they like plop out, they seem to be like moving towards the bowl before you begin to stab them as they come out.
Can Kesu get a big pot and try and hotbox a room with honey water?
You can try. There's about 1 kilogram of honey available. The room is like quite big. If we're talking like 20 beds long, each bed is gonna be about 0.5 meter wide. Space in between, that's going to be about 20 meters long, about 4 meters across. That's a fairly big room. You could definitely raise the humidity level. I'm not sure to the level of hotboxing. But
Yeah, he's he'll put a decent dollop of honey in the giant pot that he's gonna boil.
And just set the pot in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Set a fire underneath it, presumably.
Freya... As long as the floor's not wood.
No. Wood is you have noticed, is a fairly uncommon resource in this city.
Yes.
Unlike Jurass. Yeah. You construct it. Freya wakes up, comes to assist you, and she's, in general, seems very exhausted and almost nihilistic. She's of the opinion that this is something that can't be fought.
He's gonna point out this is not a sickness; it is a living parasite. By pointing out to the jar of the one that's kind of crawling around in the jar.
She's kind of taken aback by this. She makes a gesture over her chest and face, as if she's warding something off. She's like, "My God, what is this thing?"
I'm not sure. Once I get the situation here under control, I'm going to seek out those that I come to the city with. We have members among us that can see into the arcane as well as the holy sides of things. I will get an opinion, and I'm going to fix this. He then kind of looks to the bodies. It is already too late for those who have died. The best course of action is to continue the burn pile to make sure we destroy the parasite and cannot move hosts. Those who are living, we can try and get it out of them and kill it.
She nods again, makes the same warding symbol, and wishes you good luck.
Yeah, once that Kesu gets everything kind of under control, he's going to take the jar and go off to find the party.
Okay. You're able to get back up onto the merchant quarter fairly easily. You have no idea where the party are, but you reason that the last place that you know that they would have stayed at would have been the inn that they talked about a few times.
Yes.
And that is a good place to start. And you climb up the slope of the merchant quarter just in time to see Ollie being spun around by Sunny and projectile vomiting.
I'm glad. That was a lot. let's not spin for a bit, buddy. I think the Solas clean this up. Please.
He's like, so Solas has just got his back to this whole thing, and he's trying not to look at it, and he's like,
Solas.
I don't know what it
Solas.
looks like, but I don't want to. Cleaned up
Look
one
at
of
me.
kind of
Also-
it gives you an episode slight side eye. Just to see what she's like.
Burn it. Clean.
Maybe don't evaporate throw up because I think that'd be very gross. And also, it's not like a liquid. It's like a weird solidy liquid. So
Yeah.
you just
We're
kind of like
outside.
burn on the
Basically
ground.
Isn't it basically just turning it back into sand? Like, sure, it might be like kind of smell like a fart, but I think it'll be okay. At least we're outside.
I mean, not to mention a pretty good portion of this is acidic, so unless you want to inhale acid.
Woo!
No. Okay, I guess we'll just leave it. I'm just gonna walk away from my puke. My
Just gotta
circles
step
of
over it.
puke. Man, I felt
Kesu makes his way towards the party and holds up a glass jar with a weird black mass inside of it.
Oh my god, okay, that's...
There's a plate in the city. We must find it.
What the fuck is
Interesting.
that? Okay, I'm gonna try to take the jar from Kesu.
He's not going to let you.
Let me look at it. I'm gonna make myself taller, you know. And basically, whatever way you try to keep it from me, I'm gonna try to change my proportion to get around you. Like, put it behind your back. I'm gonna go like long arm, like, you know.
Alright, he's cradling it against his chest.
Okay, all right. So I'm up in your chest space, and I'm gonna poke the jar, poke. Let's see what happens.
Does the mask move at all, or?
Yeah, it's kind of doing that same thing it was doing at the hospital, trying to find purchase up towards the lid. It is definitely sentient in some form.
What is this freaky little guy? Have you named him yet?
It will not get a name. It is going to be disposed of as soon as I figure out what it is and how to find its source.
Oh, he's like kind of cute, right? Like, you know, Sunny has Gem. Arazid has Tassa. Now you have your own little cute thing.
Don't you have Arazid?
Are you a Arazid? Are you implying that my sister is a pet?
I said little cute thing. I said little cute.
Well, she is little and cute, so I guess you're right. He smiles fondly for a second before, like, shaking his head and being like, but that's neither here nor there. I'll talk to her later. Maybe if we let it go, it'll, like, walk back to its source? But that might be dangerous because it might find another host to infect, and that could be
Maybe
me. And
it'll walk up into your snot nostrils. Can I change
yes,
myself to not
it's
have
her.
any inner in holes in? I'm gonna try to morph myself to have the smallest nose and mouth possible. Oh no, that sucks. Back to normal.
Yeah.
Kesu looks past these two, towards Solas and Sunny, moving towards them. Solas, Sunny, are you able to aid me in disconcerting what this thing is and its origin?
That's a very good question that I don't know the answer to, but I'm willing to try.
I'm not sure if it's magical. Whenever I ran one through, it had a smell of what can only be described as eldritch.
Yeah, that's not normal.
I assume this is what people think the black lung is. If it was simply coal lining the lungs, the remedy I've already produced would work. However, it seems that these things, they are some form of parasite that lives in the lungs, as far as I can tell.
Hmm. Just from looking at it, could I try to discern any specialist information about it?
You can. I mean, do you think that it is more likely to be magical in origin or a form of creature?
I mean,
Roll accordingly from there.
yeah. So, Solas has obviously been a good number of places. Most likely never seen like a normal creature like this. So, general thought, this ain't normal, and anything that isn't normal is usually magical. So,
Yeah, go for it. Arcana, please.
okay.
You have seen this creature before. In
Oh.
a dream many years ago. You at the time you dismissed it as just a dream like any other, but with the recent realizations that you have been visited by your patron in your dreams, it is possible that this is a vision that she showed you many years previously. You remember a world of shadow that these creatures swarmed out of.
So, as he comes to that conclusion, he's just like eyes fully wide, just face is just not functioning. Like,
Does not compute.
okay. That's bad.
In your dream, you did see kind of one central black mass that sucked in the darkness around it and seemed to expel these creatures.
Yeah, no, this is not good at all. Well, okay. To give the simple version, that everyone here can understand, this thing is magical, first off. It is not from this world. And it is a sort of offshoot of something like a bigger version of this. Like, yeah. If these things are coming from the mines, then there's nothing good down there.
Yes. I believe that is their source. I intend to investigate.
I mean, I kind of want to come with you. Kind of curious about these things myself, honestly.
Kesu kind of nods and turns towards everybody else. Does anybody else wish to venture forth to find the source of this thing?
But we have so many more important things to do right now.
What could be more important than saving the city from some kind of magical beast that is invading and attacking the citizens?
Oh, saving the citizens from the other magical beast that's invading and attacking the citizens, Underbarrow, and going to a super duper duper cool wedding. How about that? But yeah,
Have you thought that this could be the thing that we are after? We
okay.
can simply cut out the middleman of figuring out this was his plan all along.
Are you telling me that you think that these creepy jar black love and honey suckers, oh, let's call them honeysuckers, that they're connected to Underbarrow? Maybe if
not
we
know.
figure this out and we solve it, we'll get invited to the wedding. Yes. Okay. Yep. I'm going. Let's go. To the hospital or to the mines?
How do we begin?
First things first, we know the first patients came from the mines. I assumed, given that it is a coal mine, it was simply some form of coal buildup in the lungs. Whenever I first seen the creature being regurgitated, I had assumed so, as it was just a mass of black into a pot of water that I had boiled and had them inhale the steam. I assumed it was cleaning out the lungs, and as the lungs did not like this, they were simply coughing it out. However, if it's been this thing the entire time, then the mines is the first place to check. After that, I have no other leads, unless there was a mass outbreak somewhere else.
Wait a second. Are all of your patients of the same race?
Would Kesu be able to know or remember?
They were fairly
know?
diverse.
No, it was a slice of many different people. However, it seems majority of them were not of a wealthy enough stature to not have to be around the coal mines or the slums.
Were any of them tall, young, and dwarfish?
Not that you can recall, Kesu.
Oh my god.
No?
Any dwarves?
There were some.
Some, however, the city is a diverse city with many people. It is only natural that an affliction amongst the populace would affect all.
Any scaly skinned dragon bones? Or dragon, like Zephod?
You didn't see.
I have not seen anything with scales. I do not know what you were getting at.
Like dragonborn. Gosh, get with the times. Okay, okay. So we know that it came out of the mines. We know it's getting up in everybody. And how do you get it out? Exactly.
The best
steam
method
them?
that I have is adding a bit of honey to hot water and getting them to inhale the steam. It seems that the creatures are attracted towards the sweetness of the honey. It works better than just the hot water. I had assumed this at the beginning to simply be the medical properties of the honey aiding the steam
They're
and coating the
attracted
lungs.
to sweetness? And
But it's
you want Arazid and Sunny to go down there?
It is a working theory I have. I have not proven it.
Wait, that was actually really nice. Thank you.
I'm worried about you. And this big turtle, too. Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, I think, given that they're into sweetness, that it should probably be me that goes down there. And you, bandage bitch. And, Solas. And Kabor. Kabor's kind of nice. But Kabor hasn't. Like, what are they going to do? Eat your bones? Your All right. So, yeah, let's go down to the mines. Let's see where these little cuties, the honeysuckers are coming from. No? Am I wrong?
I think you're right.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm not saying that under duress this time.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. I've kind of just automatically assumed that anything you're saying is irrelevant to whatever we're doing. Thought we would establish that. I'm sorry. It's instinct at this point. I can't control it.
Yeah, you're going to be fine down there.
Yeah, sure.
You're not sweet at all.
No. I'm quite hot though.
In temperature.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I think he's kind of. Never mind.
Arazid, no. No. No, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't.
To the mines we go.
Okay.
If we can get into this.
What was that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys know where the mines is?
I'm guessing Kesu knows the general location.
Yeah, I could have. I thought that they were near. Near. Oh my gosh,
Around the
the
market.
shop. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like in the edge of the corner of the market.
It does seem to be the area most heavily affected. So I presume you guys all head down there.
Yes. Onwards.
Uh,
Keisu's gonna keep an eye on this thing as they move about. Seeing if it's like trying to reconnect with its with the larger one, or if it's doing anything.
you kind of like hold it up like eye level. Do you just carry it around in this like glass jar, for everyone in the city to see, or
Oh, yeah, he does not care if people see us.
okay,
He's not being stealthy about this at all.
fair enough. I presume you guys then head down towards the lower elevator down here.
Mhm.
Alright. You're able to get onto the elevator, make your way into the merchant's quarter, fairly quickly and easily. You know that like this area here is like the main area of the market. Over here is like where the Sturdy Sheath and like some other smaller kitschy shops are. And you look over here, and it is the manor home of the Tunga family.
Aren't they the ones in charge of the mine?
What was that?
Are they the ones in charge of the mine again, or?
Yes.
Gosh, are you just assuming that because they're dwarves?
Oh hey, look, Ollie remembered that they're dwarfs finally. So you see kind of two different entrances in the Tunga Manor. Round here is where like the manor house itself seems to be, which has its own like fairly well guarded gate, and then there seems to be like a workman's entrance round to the side where you see some people going in with dirty, sooty clothes. You see they have like stone tools on them. Many look quite tired and ready for a long day of work.
He's just gonna make his way towards the workers. And he's gonna kind of flag one down.
He looks over at you and he seems very kind of like a little bit sleepwalking like. Like, have any of you guys ever had just the worst night's sleep that it feels like you haven't slept at all, and then someone tries to engage you in the morning and you are just like, no, does not compute. It's kind of like that kind of level of reaction.
Kisu's going to hold the jar towards this guy, just so he can see it. Have you seen anything like this in the mines?
The mass, you notice, gathers towards the front, pointing in quite that direction. Like towards the dude. He shakes his head from one side to another very slowly, and then turns away and begins walking like do 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 do. It's kind of like the pace he's going.
This is a matter of life or death. People will die if we do not find this source. have you seen anything like this thing?
He's gone. He's walking on.
Kesu attempts to flag down another one.
Another one kind of stops and you repeat the same questions. This person like narrows their eye down at the creature, and you can see that their head begins to move like to the side as well, and then like the neck kind of like pauses, and there is the faintest nod before they then shake their head and resume this exact same kind of movement towards the mine.
Kesu's gonna grab this one by like the collar of his shirt before he gets away.
Yeah. You're able to grab the shirts. Like, their feet is still trying to move forward. But they like do stop and look you more in the eye. You see that this human's eyes are like really quite black. The pupils are fairly dilated.
Kesu's gonna try and, kind of one-handedly turn him a bit and then grab like the hem of his shirt and pull it up to reveal the chest to see if he can see any black webbing.
The person does not protest. It doesn't really seem to offer any resistance as you lift the shirt up and you see that black spidery webbing covering their chest, kind of originating from like the breastbone.
Kesu looks towards everybody else and kind of has this person on for display. This is the symptoms. As you can see, the webbing. I am assuming this is the parasite invading the host.
That is not good.
Kesu's gonna kind of look around. He's gonna kind of force this person to move with him. Can he like just move towards some random like shop or whatever and be like,
Yeah.
He's going to try and find somebody with boiling water.
Yeah, you can find water being boiled quite easily within the market, since it is an integral part of the blacksmithing cycle. So if you were to take them to the underground market, kind of like square shape, you'd be able to find like quite a few forges that are working, that are regularly producing steam.
He's going to force this guy to inhale steam.
So you drag him, his like fairly unresisting body down through the market. You find like the nearest forge. You're like, aha! Just drag him by his lapel or his ear or something. Head shoved right underneath. The blacksmith is dunking a sword into the water to cool it. And she just like looks up at you and is like, "Can I help you?"
Please continue. I am treating a patient.
That's an
The
interesting
more steam,
treatment.
the better.
Lorks, you get as much steam as I'll give. But the patient does kind of begin to inhale the steam. And you see the eye, as you prop him back up, look into his eyes again, you see that the pupils do begin to shrink a little bit back to a slightly more normal human size. And then he falls to the ground, coughing violently. And then he kind of, after a little while, you hear like a wet sound of something being retched up. And then he falls kind of on his side, and you see that there is a black puddle. This one does not appear to be moving.
Kesu's gonna stab it for good measure, anyways.
Fair.
Before kind of turning and picking this guy up again, he's going to turn towards Solas and kind of hand him the jar that he has been carrying around. Please.
Yeah, kind of just
Please.
amazed at this whole thing. He kind of just takes it, blank-faced.
Hold this for safekeeping. We must continue. Does anybody here have honey?
Just as
Or
an aside,
something sweet?
Just as an aside, Solus, as you pick up the jar, you do see that, Kesu and his patient are kind of in that direction, but the mass is pointing in like that direction. If you saw those pings.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Honey, you don't remember. The rest of the party may remember that Webley mentioned getting honey yesterday.
So we should go to see our good pal Webley, see how he's doing. He was not willing to succumb to milkment really yesterday. Let Sunny do a little bit of a healing hand. But anyways, we could go get some grog, and Sunny could magic hoy, or we could go and see our pal Webley about some
Whatever
honey.
is faster. I believe this person might know more about this thing. However, it has taken control.
Okay, all right. Well, you stay with this guy, and me and Arazid, we'll go get the honey from Webley.
If they're showing symptoms as well, bring them as well.
Oh, he probably won't come.
Drag them kicking and screaming. I do not care. They will die without treatment.
Oh, it's the thing is that if we were to lay hands on Webley, then we would have to deal with his boyfriend. What was his boyfriend's name to Arazid?
I don't remember.
Oh, Brightsteel. Yeah, that's, oh my gosh. And Brightsteel is, I don't know, Kesu, if you look at the size of Sunny, look at Sunny here, and if you took Sunny and then you multiplied him by himself twice, that's what we're dealing with, like mass-wise. So I just, and he is very protective of that Webley. So perhaps we could get Brightsteel convinced to carry Webley over to you to seek treatment. But I really don't think that we could convince Brightsteel that me and Arazid dragging Webley to you for treatment was a good idea.
They are very good friends, says
Oh,
Sunny.
I caught on to a romantic aspect there. But yeah, maybe they're just like really good friends. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Well,
they were roommates.
You're gonna wink.
And they were roommates.
These things do happen. Anyways, come on, Arazid. And I'm gonna hook my arm in Arazid and drag him towards Brightsteel's shop.
I assume, like normal Arazid just lets himself be taken along by this. The pair of you head back to the sturdy sheath. It is open as usual. Does anyone follow suit, by the way? Cool. Just you two enter. Webley is there. He is wearing, this time, quite a thick jacket. And he kind of looks down at you from his little stool behind the counter. What can I do for my favourite customer? And my most changing customer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that answers that question. Webley, we were wondering and just hoping, are you busy right now?
He tucks something down from underneath the counter. No, not at all.
Okay. Would you be able to come with me and Arazid and me, but more importantly, could you lend us some of your honey? Honey.
Oh. Yes, the honey worked wonders on me yesterday. I'm so glad
Oh,
that
I'm
you
glad to
all
hear it.
suggested it. It made me feel a lot better. I have a
Oh.
little bit left. You just wait a second and I'll be right out.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so
Also
much.
though, also though, um, why? Okay. No.
Yes?
Okay. Yeah. No. You're good. You're good. You
He's
go.
kind of like, at
You
this
go.
point, he's frozen with like his hand on the doorknob, like leading into the room that you once saw Bright Steel emerge from. And he's just like,
Okay.
yes, and what else?
Is Brightsteel here?
Oh, yes. He busy making lots of weapons for murdering.
Oh well. I guess I'm gonna take out my rapier and I'm like, I guess this bad boy could be used for murdering. But don't you think just as an accessory? I mean, it's enough, right? Okay.
Like,
Anyways.
self-defense is one thing. I respect that. You know, this is a harsh world. We all need a little bit of insurance, but there have been a lot of orders placed for swords, and armor and axes and fun stuff like that with us recently.
Oh.
You know,
Are you guys coming
for
up
the
with
army.
any like new weapons for the army? Like anything like
fuck
kinda-
no.
Oh no. Just your regular swords and crossbow bolts and
Why should we
daggers. And
strive to help someone who just wants to conquer everything and become a megalomaniac, murderer, killer, leader, just like everyone else that's come before him?
Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know, like workmanship. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of wondering if there's anything cool that you could give to us to, as a group of adventurers who are really just out to try to help the citizens of Dolor in the best possible way that we possibly can. Citizens
now you mention
like you,
it.
my sweet Webley.
I do have one thing. He opens the door that he's been kind of like hovering next to, shuts it behind him. He's gone for a few minutes, about 2 minutes. He comes back with like a tiny clay pot, and inside is about 2 teaspoons worth of honey.
Oh,
Kind of
okay.
like,
Well, that
it's the type of like right at the bottom of the jar honey. It's all like round the sides. It's the bit that the spoon just can't get at too easily.
there's the occasional little chunk of bread from yeah. I know it well. Oh,
There you
well,
go.
that's great. Thank you so much, Webley. But you said that you may have like a new kind of weapon to show us from Brightsteel?
No,
Oh no! Oh,
I
okay.
said I had
misheard that.
something for you, and here it is.
Oh,
It's
okay. Well,
Quite
it was-
surprising, you know. I told you what yesterday that Underbarrow took all of our fun stuff.
Yeah. I guess that's true. I don't know. I was just because you have like those crazy hidden wall compartments. I figured you might have more than one. But anyways,
Not that I would tell
um,
you about, dear. He
so,
turns to Arazid and he's like, "Have you like dropped this creature on its head or something recently?"
what?
Not recently, but kind of on the butt.
Actually, yeah. Oh, I forgot because I was drunk.
Oh my god, you did get hit in the head a lot yesterday.
I did. Oh, that's good point. Good point, Webley.
Good role playing.
Yeah. But Webs, can I call you Webs?
No.
Okay, Webley. Webley, did anything happen yesterday when you used the honey? Anything weird?
I mean, a lot of weird things happened to me yesterday.
Okay,
I had a
okay.
visit
Beyond
from
seeing
you
yourself with
all.
a fantastic booty, weirder than that.
Weirder than that.
Yeah, basically, what I'm trying to ask you, Webley, is when you use the honey, um, did anything come out?
Roll an insight check, please.
Insight, 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 insightful Ollie. I'm so insightful. I am the most insightful thief of all the thieves in the world. Is that an ability check?
Yes,
Can
it
I do
is. You
this?
need
Oh,
disadvantage.
okay, well, that is good to know.
Sucks to
That
be.
is
What
good
the
to know.
fuck?
Those are still amazing. Wow.
Oh.
Disadvantage 18?
You know how sometimes having a hangover just gives you that laser focus, like laser.
Like kind of getting like really drunk or really high or something, and then you just suddenly access like the universe of
Exactly.
knowledge.
That's what's happening for Ollie right now. She's got too big of a headache to not notice what's going on.
You notice that Webley seems to be hiding something and is trying to cover it up with his usual jovial manner. Like he's trying to purposefully kind of redirect you and avoid the question.
Okay. Okay. Webley, are you trying to purposely redirect me and avoid the question?
Madam!
Madam!
Never!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just assume that I am a madam? Webley, you have seen
I'm
me
just
in
going
several different
by.
forms.
I don't know.
What?
You normally
Webley?
seem to.
Webley.
Fine.
I think we
He
both
like
know.
crosses his arms and just sulks in the corner.
Okay. All right. Bright Steel! Bright Steel, we need you! Bright Steel, Bright Steel, Bright Steel!
So this has
No
gone on
answer.
for like quite a long time. Kesu needed
sorry.
that honey, right?
Yeah, he did, but I thought we also needed Webley. He did.
Look, hang on, I'm doing that whole thing where I switch party parts.
Oh, do that.
Oh yeah, yummy.
So
Hey,
Kesu,
Kesu at this point would, it's been like 5-10 minutes, I'm guessing.
yeah, and you've been kind of like holding this dude who's like kind of half conscious, black mass around him. The rest of the party like awkwardly standing in the middle of the market.
You can wait.
With a crawling thing in a jar. Is there
Kesu
anything you
looks
guys
towards
do?
the others. Do you know where they went? This is taking too long.
Well, say during that time, Solas would like to point out the fact that this thing seems to be thing he's holding in the jar seems to be wanting to go towards the mine.
Yes, I had noticed that myself. However, I wish to speak to this person. The more information we know, if we do not move into the mine blind, then the better chance we have against fighting it.
Well,
If we know if it crawled out of the walls, we will know to be cautious against the walls. If it dropped from above, we will know to be more cautious and not get ambushed from above.
yeah. I mean, well, sending Ollie and Arazid, I admit, on this mission probably the smartest thing to do. Since one is known to talk and one is known to, well, not stop. But, just not sure. I mean, I guess I could try smacking this guy across the face to see if he wakes up, but that's the best I can do.
This is one interesting application of Kesu's fist of healing. So, long and short story, does anyone like proceed onto the sturdy sheath to find out what's taking the others a while?
Kesu wants to, but he doesn't know where to go, and he's not just going to drag this guy
Fair.
across the market. If somebody points him in the direction he's going to go.
Okay. And what will be done with the patient in this time?
He's just going to continue, getting steam where he can. Even if he has to force him to inhale it. Going to keep trying,
Okay. Sunny will gladly help you, like, hold him and point you out to where the sturdy sheath is for you to follow, along with the others.
Kesu's going to drag this guy towards the sturdy sheath.
Okay. I presume in that case the rest of the party will probably follow along suit to the shop.
Solas follows behind like a good 5 feet, because he clearly doesn't really want to go over, but he's going to.
Fair enough. Back in the sturdy sheath, Ollie is like, bright steel. And then you just hear the bung, bung, bung. The door opens. It flaps in. It opens outwards from your perspective, and this huge humanoid kind of like has to climb through the door. What do you want?
Oh man, I always forget just how big you are. Brightsteel, my friend Arazid and I are here on a bit of a medical mission. There's a doctor with our party. He is attending to people, citizens of Nagelmund, who have come down with what they're calling the black lung. And I know from yesterday we realized that Webley was infected. And I would like to take Webley to see the doctor, but I wanted your blessing first.
Doctor, toy. He spits on the floor.
Oh, are you feeling all right? Was that like a sneezy spit or like a spitty spit?
It was like a spit of disgust.
Oh, spit. Yeah.
Doctor never did no good for Webley before. Why start now?
Oh, I guess because there's a disease that's ravaging the whole town. I don't know, man. But what about you? Are you feeling all right, Brightsteel?
You can see that he actually has his shirt off, and you can see that his chest is is clear of this symptom that Kesu showed you.
Oh, yep. You know what? You're looking really good. But have you seen?
He's got like a 12-pack as well.
Heck yeah, he does. Have you seen Webley's chest? Like
I have.
The black thing, Brightsteel.
It is being seen to.
Yeah, I'm just, like, you are a fantastic blacksmith, but blacksmithing ain't gonna help no black lung. So I think,
never said that I was seeing to it, puny human.
Oh, well then who is?
The doctor at the hospital had a look and did not do nothing, so we went to a apothecary who came through. Isn't that right, dear? Oh, yeah, yes.
Who was the apothecary?
Oh, I don't remember name.
Webley?
It was, I want to say it was like a Gowan? Gowan to Albany? I think, yes, that sounds about right.
Okay, all right. And so at the hospital, did you see Freya?
Oh, yeah, she was very fine.
I know. She's fine. We all know. But what about? Did you see a fellow who looked like he was absolutely wrapped in bandages, head to toe.
At this point, the front door opens and said person walks through,
Speak of the devil.
dragging a half-limp person behind them.
Oh, and the devil's friend.
Kesu's gonna look towards Ollie. What is taking so long?
Resistance. Resistance from the patient.
Well, I have arrived then. He looks towards the two. He points to the big one. Would you be so kind as to boil me some water?
He takes a moment. He really seems to size you up. You know what little there is in terms of sizing you up from his perspective. And he just gives a very slight nod and returns to his forge. Water through here.
He's going to look to Ollie. Have you been able to secure the honey?
Yes, we have the honey. Here, I'll pass over the clay pot with the 2 teaspoons of honey.
Kesu's going to take it. He's going to continue to drag this man and look towards the other one. I take it you're the other one. Have you had symptoms like this? And he's just going to lift this guy's shirt up and just show the button again.
He's just like kind of one of those like anatomical dolls right now, but
more or less.
with the skin.
Yes.
Webley is a gnome or a halfling, I believe. He doesn't come up to very, very tall on you. And like he looks up at this human that you're dragging along. He's like, I guess I had some honey yesterday. Freya gave it to me. I think I saw you there as well. But you were busy.
I'm not busy now. We are going to administer a treatment. If not, he gonna, continues dragging him. You'll end up in the burn pile.
The what?
And he's going to go in back.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Then follow along, and he's gonna go in back to where the big guy went.
Walking into the back, you see like a fairly atypical forge. It's got like one of those like big fiery hearth areas with an anvil beside it, quite a few tools. And then like in the opposite corner, there is this very like small cubby type area. It appears to have been like quite carefully constructed. There is like a kind of reclining type chair, which has got like a metal base and then has been upholstered with leather. And you can see that it does indeed look quite comfortable. There's even like a little metal table beside it, and you can see on top of this table is like a bowl that has some room temperature water beside it. And next to it is a book. It doesn't look very large, definitely not bright steel size. Even has like a couple of little sconces of its own where a candle can be set, just to give the little nook some light.
He's just gonna look about to where Brightsteel might have went off to, boiling that water.
He returns from a door that is next to the hearth. He has like a rather large pot of water that he then places on top of the coals. When I say rather large, I mean that you could curl up inside of it and not be seen.
Oh, okay.
Like, this guy big.
Yeah.
I'm really into him, and so is Arazid probably.
What's the name? The other one.
Webley.
Is Webley following along, or?
He kind of crosses over and he plops himself in that little armchair. It seems perfectly fit to his size.
Good. Kisu's going to wait till the water comes to a boil.
Okay. You guys wait a few minutes. The water begins to come to a boil. To which I presume you then add the honey.
No, this amount will dilute it far too much. Kisu then grabs a bowl, gets a small amount to it. It should still be steaming and everything, because it's just freshly boiled. He'll then add the teaspoon, mixing it around, to, like, basically the amount of, like, not to dilute it completely and ruin the effects.
Fair enough.
If he gets burned by steam or whatever, he doesn't care. Afterwards, he will force the human first to inhale it.
You literally like have to like hold their head up by their hair and kind of like drag their body over, and they begin to inhale this, and they convulse more and begin to cough, and the cough turns into like a wet retch, and then you see one of these things literally crawl out of his mouth and go towards this bowl.
Kisu throws it into the bowl. He's kind of curious at this point. Let's see what it's going to do in the kind of hot honey water.
It dives into the water, and instantly, like, the whole water turns black. As in, it's like, imagine if the creature was just like a drop of dye, and it just spreads throughout the water and turns it all just the same colour as it. And then you just hear it kind of going like...
Kisu pulls out dagger and begins stabbing like a fish in a
Stab
barrel.
the water! You stab the water. You stab the water several times. Which dagger are you using, by the way?
Oh, he's using the only one that he has, which is the steel dagger.
The one that vibrates.
Yes.
Good. I mean, okay.
Ominous.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stab the water, and you kind of, have you ever baked a cake and, like, tested how done the inside is, by, like, sticking a knife into it? And you know when it's not quite done, and there's that little bits of, like, cakey goop, like, stuck on the knife? You get that, but black.
Kisu's gonna try pouring it on the ground to see if he can see the big thing.
He kind of like
Like
motions
the
for the
creature.
motions for the space around you guys to be like cleared. And you very slowly like tip the water out, and it appears to like no longer be in one part. It appears that the creature has kind of broken off into like very small like tendrils, not like moving. It's just kind of like a bit of like each glob is a bit of fat floating in water.
It's all going into the fire.
Okay. Bright
It's
Steel
right.
kind of begins to complain as you're literally pouring fire onto like pouring water onto the fire that he uses to power his and Webley's livelihood. But he kind of stops after he realizes that this may be a more grave situation than he gives credit for.
Yeah. Kisu then goes about making sure he scrapes up every last bit of this, and it goes into the fire.
Anyone else
Like-
help with that?
Solas would help relight the fire.
Yeah, it's good use of your skill. You pour the water over to the fire. You make sure that you grab like every last like little globule tendril, every like minute piece of black webbing that is on the ground, throw it into the fire. There are lots of these tiny little dying hisses that you've throughout the day become far too accustomed to.
Yes. After Kisu's done, he gets some more of that boiling water, or waits for it to come back to boil, and then looks to Webley. It is your turn. As he throws a bit of the last little bit of honey into it and mixes it around,
Webley
so it
kind
dissolves.
of looks over at the your last patient, who is he's breathing better right now. Like before, there was kind of like a rattle in the breathing, but now there doesn't seem to be. But the patient also looks quite worse for wear. And Webley's like, I don't know. And Bright Steel behind will go on, be a brave boy. Okay. And here he allows himself to go through the same process.
This time, whenever the thing comes out, Kisu's stabbing it instantly.
Sure. Yeah, he inhales. Webley begins coughing, but nothing as substantial, as developed as these globs come up. It's kind of like, it's mostly clear spit, but with like a few little bits of like blackened inside. And Webley looks kind of relieved, like, cool. I guess that's why I don't spend much time in the mines.
Kisu's going to kind of pat his shoulder slightly, and he's just going to hand of healing him.
Okay.
For 5 HP.
You smack him healthy. He kind of is like, he stands up like just a little bit straighter. He's bringing back his trademark grin. And he's just like, oh, gee, thanks, mister. Listen to this. And it like doesn't sound great, but it sounds a lot better than the other dude. As he breathes in and out.
I'm not sure if this has gotten everything. Please make sure to monitor for symptoms. They seem to be attracted to the sweetness of honey. If you put it in water like this, it seems that they attempt to reach for it, as we have seen, and will exit the host. I believe them to be a parasite. I'm working on a cure.
Cool, mister, you're really smart.
Kesu then kind of turns towards the other guy and kind of like sets him up against a wall and tries to like not very hard, but kind of, the tap to the side of the face, trying to get somebody awake.
I feel you. Meanwhile, Solas is helping get the forge relighted again. Anyone else doing anything in particular?
I think me and Arazid are both mutually looking at Bright Steel.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's fair. I've imagined him to be like a 10-ish feet tall, like even more swole Jason Momoa type.
Oh dear.
Yep, that's quite a weakness.
We might be here all day.
So
Is Bright Steel just like working?
Yeah, Bright Steel is currently working with Solas to basically like relight the coals. Now quite a few of them are damp.
Ooh, got some warm underlighting going. Yeah, I think Ollie and Arazid are just like sitting back.
Fair enough. Sunny is kind of like just hovering around Webley as well. Is Kabor doing anything in particular?
I don't know, there's much I can do. Maybe helping relight the forge.
Fair. You can do that. Use your bardic cheerleading powers to encourage them on.
Kabor, maybe you could like, I don't know, get some like background music here. I mean, there's quite the show in front of us. Wesley's got it so good.
This is the adventures of
Arazid.
Dr. Moreau and his 5 weird helpers. Speaking of which, Dr. Kesu props his patient up against the wall and is just like kind of lightly smacking him or like heavily smacking him on the cheek to try and
It'd be
rouse him.
lightly.
Okay. You're just like, oi! Come on! Hey! And the guy's like, he flutters his eyes open. He kind of like scrunches them, like blinks a few times, focuses in on you. You see his pupils are back to normal now. And he's just like, where am I? Oh, God.
What
What the fuck happened to my throat?
What is the last thing you remember?
I was saying goodbye to my wife. I was heading back to my new job in the mines.
What day is it?
It is. It is. I don't even remember. I think it's the second.
What's the actual date?
It is currently the 15th.
Kesu kind of... He goes still for a second. I do not know how to tell this to you, but we are currently on
Let
the
me.
15th
It's
day.
the 13th. Okay, back to. Oh, yeah. Solas don't help that much.
Do you
Let him do
remember?
it. He's the expert. Sorry.
Kesu's gonna kind of grab the jar again, wherever it's at. And kind of hold it towards this guy. Do you remember anything about something like this?
He like his all colour drains immediately from his face. He just kind of like scrambles back and he's like, I have seen this thing in my nightmares. So many nightmares. Oh God, please. He's like really cringing away from this thing.
Kesu will put it out of sight.
It's in the mines. The brood center.
Do you know where it originated from?
They brought it here, I think. The dwarves are feeding it. I remember now. They fed me to it.
Take your wife. First, check for any black webbing on the chest of your wife and any other family you have. If there is, go to the hospital. From there, tell the woman there that Kesu sent you. Tell her that she is to administer the treatment and to kill the thing. From there, flee. We are going into the mine to kill this thing. I do not know what is going to happen.
I will. Okay. And he kind of scrambles
Kesu,
up and he's already...
Kesu kind of nods, helping him up. Well, he helps him up. He's going to hand of healing him.
Nice.
He gets 10 points of healing.
Damn! This guy is going from kind of choking and like scrabbling up to literally like jogging out of the building.
Kesu turns towards everybody else. There we have it. I do not care what I have to do to get into that mine. I am destroying this thing. And he kind of picks... Is the forge like fully relit at this point? He pops open the jar and tosses the thing into the fire.
Okay.
Oh, honeysucker. Why?
I probably should have bought this earlier, but I was hoping we could use that thing as sort of compass to find the big major thing, but that's fine.
Yeah. See, Case, you've ruined our compass.
No, it's fine. I didn't mention it. I thought it was a stupid idea, but it's fine.
No, you shouldn't have had to. No, it was not. It was not a stupid idea. Don't beat yourself up. Maybe
You're saying that we should keep a parasite as a pet. It is
No,
likely
it
that
was
we
saying
have.
that it would be useful to help us find the big thing because it might in the jar it might gravitate towards the direction of the bigger
clearly
thing.
Did you
has
not
some sort
see
of
how the workers
homing
moved
mechanism.
into the mine? They will be the exact same thing.
Oh, big brain Kesu over here. Okay, so how do we do this? I could make myself look I could make myself look really pale and like I'll make my eyes and I'll do like the black pupil thing, like dilated black pupil.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right. And then how did the walking go? It was like thump, 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 thump. Oh no, don't catch the beat. Don't catch the beat. Thump, thump,
It's
thump.
just too
This
catchy.
is so boring.
Roll for self-control.
What do I have to roll? Is it an ability check?
Oh god. No idea what it would be.
I already
It's a
have a
joke.
point of exhaustion. I look legit.
I mean, if we're gonna really think about the logistics of that, it'd probably be con.
You think it'd be Constitution?
No, I am
What
kidding
about performance?
right now.
What about performance?
If you want to do a little dance, you can do that.
Like the exact opposite. Like I want to really lean into my hangover.
Oh god.
Like
I don't
a
think you need
zombie.
performance then because you're not putting on a performance, you're just allowing yourself to feel your emotions.
Awesome, but also like I'm allowing my body to feel my emotions. I feel like I am acting because isn't that what it is? Making your
Okay.
body feel emotions. All right,
You've
cool.
sold me. Do a performance check.
Okay, and I'm performing to look like one of the
Yes.
zombie dwarves. Oh yeah, I'm not exactly with it, but
Not
not
bad.
bad.
You do
Oh, sorry,
a
zombie
decent
human.
reproduction.
I like to think this is just a thriller dance.
What is your guys' plan? The forge is relit. Webley has got his little feet up on his custom-made armchair, and he's just like leaning back at this point, watching Bright Steel work, drinking some little warm honey water.
Kesu looks to the others. Like I said, we will get in one way or another. I do not care what we have to do. There's likely to be resistance if this did come from the top. Our best bet is probably get through the worker door and make a break for the mine.
Yeah, that's
However, worst case scenario, we might have to fight a few guards. We might become criminals. I do not care as long as I can heal the people of this town.
well, I mean, it won't be the first time for me, so
Technically, this would be the second time you've been a criminal, Solas.
I mean, in this campaign, yes, but that was also before it.
I will attempt to use the influence of my position to force my way in, as well as bring the rest of you. However, I'm not sure how well it will go.
I'll see if I can figure up a good lie on the way. Just for a bad scenario,
Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Kesu, at this point, is going to start moving towards that worker's gate
Right.
again.
Yeah. Rest
And
of the party
Ollie
follows
is
suit.
also. Well, Ollie is moving towards the workers' gate, kind of separate from the group. Like, and I just look like, let's see. Let's say I'm in, sort of like pale human hybrid General Shang Webley, like male, Taller than Ollie, a little bit skinny, dead in the eye, dead in the soul.
Your average
Ready
Amazon
to
employee,
mine.
I get it.
Ready to roll. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we're going beyond emo phase here.
Yeah, you tutter along to the workman's entrance in your own particular idiom, following a little bit behind the rest of the group. So to paint the picture a little bit more, there is a long wall that kind of stretches from the corner of the mansion to where the cliff begins. This wall is about 35 feet tall, and then in between two guard towers is like just a simple like wooden gate that has a guard on either side, and you see like a few more miners walking in that same plod way.
Kesu's just gonna stroll up.
Halt! State your business.
My name is Kesu. I am a monk of fate. I am investigating an illness within this town. I seek entrance to the mine.
The guard who has just spoken kind of glances back at his companion on the other side of the gate nervously. And the door is immediately shut.
Kesu's going to punch this guy right in the face.
Roll to punch.
Oh god.
He's going to attack him. So 2 unarmed attacks.
Okay, 17 hits.
I believe this is updated. Yes, it is updated.
Are you aiming to kill or
Aiming to
non-lethal?
incapacitate, like, just knock him out.
You drive your fist back. You hit once, connects right with the jaw. You don't even stop to see if that works or not because you're coming back for a second attack, but that goes wide because the guy is already falling to the ground, kind of like in a someone's just pressed his off button kind of way.
He's just going to kneel down and begin looking for any set of keys or anything.
As he's doing this, Solas is like, wait, I was preparing. Okay, it's fine. We're going.
There are no keys on him.
Is there anything of note on him?
Yeah, he has like a couple of like silver clay coins in one pocket, and in the other he has a very small like shiny rock that it's kind of like one of those pebbles that you'd find at a beach, where one side looks like it's been like really polished by the sea, and it looks very like nice and clean, and then the other side is just boring ass grey rock.
He's just going to take this guy's rock.
Alright. You don't immediately sense anything intrinsically potent about it. It looks right now like just a really pretty rock.
So what? There was a gate and now the door's closed?
Mhm.
Kesu's going to try the door.
Rattle, rattle, rattle.
He's just going to attempt to... Is it just a wooden door or is it stone?
It appears to be wooden.
Kesu's going to just try and break this thing down.
How would you go about doing that?
He's just going to like send a punch and a kick to the hinges and try and like kick it down.
Okay. It's not a particularly hard target to hit. You punch it, and your knuckles explode with pain. This is a reinforced door. The wood cracks a little bit under your fist, but you can hear the rattle of metal behind it.
Okay.
How tall is this wall?
35 feet.
He's just gonna kind of walk back about 5 feet, and then get like good, running, try and run up this wall.
Okay.
Uh,
That could be an acrobatics check, I believe.
Yeah.
But Kesu don't need no thief. Kesu, like, takes a couple of steps, like, backwards from the wall. Everyone's like, oh, what's he about to do? What's he gonna do next? And he just takes a couple of running steps, leaps up onto the wall, and his inertia doesn't catch up with him, and he is able to kind of wrap his fingers around the very top of the wall.
Ollie doesn't. Ollie on the outside doesn't like look any different. Just looks like a dead worker bee who's just been doing the same shit with no soul or input or love for what they're doing for too long. But on the inside, they are fuming with envy. They're like, "Oh, he just ran up the fucking wall! Like, he didn't even use a rope."
I'm just gonna need a couple of minutes to set up this battle.
Okay. So I want to ask, would there be time for Solas to try and climb up the wall?
Yes, as long as you don't mind me DMing while I'm also trying to do a different thing.
If you're alright with that.
Yeah, I'm just dragging some tokens and whatnot. Solas can attempt to imitate what he has just seen be done.
Well, it's not really trying to run up it like Kesu. He's trying to like just try and basically climb it, like you would like a rock or something. If that's possible.
Yeah, that would be more of an athletics check.
Perfect. That's what I was going for. Doesn't help.
You jammy git.
Doesn't do anything though.
Unfortunate.
Maybe spend a little less time lounging in your ring.
Why does that sound dirty?
I don't know.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
I know.
It wasn't just me, right?
I don't know.
I hate to leave you hanging. But if I think of somebody lounging in a ring, I just think of somebody out on the lake in like a blow up donut. You know? Beyond Solas in his ring living room. Ollie is still sticking to the plan of looking like a zombie worker, but deep in the inside fighting the desire to go like, I could probably do that. I could.
Despite the evidence that you have to the contrary.
But anything Kesu can do, I can do better, and I'm not gonna puke.
I can do anything better than you.
Well, so that's the point. It would have been a disadvantage as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And that's where the DM is like, no you can't. You're like, yes I can.
Maybe I can if I roll really well.
I feel like no one's getting the song reference, which is good because it was from a really shitty old musical that my mother was obsessed with.
I get it.
What was the musical? I'm dying.
I honestly don't remember the name of it. There was just a song. I think it was just called something like Anything You Can Do. And it was just the lyrics were just a man and a woman constantly trying to one up each other.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So I remember it from like an ad or something on TV.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think it was like really big in Britain for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh, Toby's awake. Toby's
Yep.
typing.
Yep.
Oh no, is Toby about to join? That would be good in many ways because I need I need a second. I did not think to prep this map.
I say I don't think you also envisioned us just beelining for this thing.
No, I did think that you'd be like, alright, let's investigate this a little bit more.
No.
Spend some time doing autopsies, yada yada yada.
Kesu
Awesome.
sees the parasite, knows the parasite, wants to kill the parasite.
Just sees it
It's
as
up a
like, no, I'm
big
defeated.
burning fire of bodies for Freya to deal with. Walks away. Oh, you're tired? You had a 5-minute break? There you go. There you go.
So very Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
That's what
confirmed
Underbarrow is.
the Tungas are now Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, no, I'm Underbarrow. He's doing all of this to make a rocket. To take out the next sun. All right. What Arazid? Are you close to me or are you far from me?
I think we're close.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper without like really moving. Ask them if there's a lever or something on the other side. It's so stupid that we're just waiting here.
Meanwhile, Kesu's going through a loading screen.
It's just this really like jazzy kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just like it's being held on the line. Just the elevator music going.
Yeah, every person's worst nightmare when they're calling up tech support. Even Toby knows it.
Damn disrespectful. Damn.
Alright. This is about as good as I'm gonna get without being a complete perfectionist about it all. And then we're leaving you guys to wait for a good long while.
Oh shoot, next level I get another increase to my speed. Sick.
Nice. So Solas has just attempted to follow Kesu in his path and has landed on the ground. Don't judge the fact that there's white space here, just ignore it. Great
What does
guess.
Kesu see with his human eyes?
He sees a couple of guards rushing up, which I was searching in the wrong library for tokens for, which is why none came up after a while. Guard. Come on, internet. Copy and paste is not my friend today.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I'll say that this is the one that has been knocked out. Okay. I need some initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's...
I've had one good roll today.
Do we need to do tiebreaker for that tie, or?
Ooh, good point. Your mod is higher than his.
+4, yeah.
Thanks for pointing that out. Okay, you scrabble to the top of the wall. You see a couple of guards rushing, but you are not the quickest to react. You're too busy doing a little superhero landing moment after that ninja warrior level display. Kabor, from the other side of the wall, you can hear shouting, you can hear running, and you can hear some people being very upset.
Another day, another dollar. Jeez, are we entering the mine?
That seems to be the plan.
Yeah.
But this door is currently shut and barred.
I don't suppose knock would work, given that it's barred.
Give it a go. That is a very clutch moment. You are just like, how exactly would you go about casting knock?
I would knock on the door.
Just like a little,
Tap tap, yep.
and then it flies off the handle into smithereens. And you see some quite angry looking guards. There are two on a wall above, and they are rushing into in Solas's general direction. And then there are two more that are kind of like shouting. One of whom, this guy here, was the one that you originally saw like on the other side of the gate when Kesu went all berserk. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, I'll wait here.
Okay, Ollie.
I'm just gonna plod. How many plods is that? plod. I'm just going to work. The door has been opened. I can go to work now. So yeah, I'm hiding in plain sight as a dedicated worker bee, who's also kind of in the way, and hopefully they don't want to kill me. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to look as uninteresting as possible, like I'm making my way
Downtown, walking fast.
to the mine.
Yeah,
All
as
right.
you enter, you can see there's like a few more people heading their way into the mines.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be one of them.
Anything else you want to do with that turn there?
Nope. Just being as uninteresting as possible. Hard for me.
Alright, very neutral Janet.
Mm-hmm.
Kesu.
He runs at this guy. Before telling him to catch these hands. Trying to just knock him out. He's not going for anything lethal yet.
Ooh, 21 hits.
Alright. Does 6 knock him out?
6 does not knock him out.
Use bonus. I can use my bonus action for another attack.
14 does not hit.
Alright.
Got those hands.
These hands.
Those hands are sore. I mean, they just punched metal.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's everything.
There's the stat block. It's in French. Okay. That's just as well. We have to learn French at school for the one day when we will eventually retake the country that we've never conquered, but have always wanted to for over 1,000 years.
That's funny because when I lived in the Czech Republic, they made us learn Russian, French, and German, and English. And I'm like, why so many? And they're like, well, you never know who's going to be in power.
I get Russian, and I get English.
Yeah.
To an extent, I get German. I don't get French.
Yeah, me neither.
This guy rushes up to attack you. He's got his little hammer, and he is raising it like right above his head, going in for a good boop. Does he boop? Kesu?
No.
He
So
swears.
he's making a lethal swing.
Yes.
Alright.
His friend, whoopsie,
Becomes long.
long boy,
His friend becomes a horse.
attempts to do much the same.
Misses.
That Kesu is like da 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 da.
Can't touch that.
Thank you.
He's MC Hammer because he's getting constantly dodging hammers.
Right. This one goes in for a hammer attack against Kabor, since he's the only one that could be reached. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
One no. With his hammer, he deals to you the minimum possible amount of damage he could have done. Of
Don't love when
bludgeoning.
that happens.
Your bones make an oddly magical sound as they are struck with this hammer weakly.
You're like a tuning fork.
This one here raises a hand and attempts to hit you with a ranged attack of some form, Ollie. Kinda guess
You would hit an
24
employee?
hits.
Yeah, it is.
This man's just attacking his employees.
Yeah!
13 damage.
13 damage. Okay.
It appears that he hasn't bought your disguise.
Damn it. Well, fuck this then. Alright. Well, I guess I'm done with that.
Alright.
Now. Oh, fine.
Arazid.
Alright. Dick.
Oh boy. Right here.
Mhm.
Hold up, I'm finagling.
Go for it.
And my computer froze. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Tell me what you want to do and I can roll it up for you.
I got it. It's my computer is being awful, but I want to shoot
Okay.
this.
Shoot the that dude.
Yeah.
Roll me to shoot. Ooh. Arazid like rushes in. He's desperately attempting to to notch an arrow. And he's just so overwhelmed and so confused that the arrow just flies about 5 feet and then goes right into the ground. Do you have multi-attack yet?
Yes, he does.
I do have 2 tries.
Give that son of a bitch another go.
Oh my god.
Okay, Solas.
Okay, so Solas is like just getting up off his ass after that embarrassing display of athletics. And
If that's what you want to call it.
yep. He's gonna run his way between these two and end up about here-ish. As he does, kind of slightly weaving between the two, a small point of flame will appear at his fingertip, which he's gonna throw. Let me see. Where was it again? Yeah, so he's gonna throw it there.
Ooh. Oh! Oh!
Gonna need some dex saves on 3 of those guards. That's good damage as well.
This is what they would refer to as a ball of fire.
Yes.
Good lord.
Alright, dex save from this dude and the 2 on the wall, right?
Yep.
Alright, that
And
dude.
it just misses Kesu.
I mean, I have a pretty good dex. Plus, I have a proficiency in dex save, so I get a +7 to my dex.
I'm going to assume that guy passes.
Yeah, the save is at the top. It's DC 15.
Oh, yes, so it is. I've become so accustomed to looking for them at the bottom. The 2 on the wall, however, literally burn to a crisp. One
So
begins.
the one on the ground.
The one
But
on the
this
ground
raises-
is fine.
Yeah, this raises the question: does 12 damage kill the guy down there? Oh no, it would be 17.
It
Because only
does.
takes off. Okay.
Miss on oh.
Yeah.
Here I was thinking that I could knock him out like the previous guy.
Well, like the 30 odd damage, this guy just like he runs around like on fire, like and then just jumps off the wall in an attempt to put the fire out.
Have they never heard of stop, drop, and roll?
And that is where he lays.
I mean, technically he
turned to
did drop.
Arazid.
Yeah,
Doesn't that smell weirdly good?
he dropped, and now he has stopped.
He missed.
And this guy is like, he's a little bit smarter. He stops, he drops, he rolls. He looks very injured, but not dead. And this guy just looks pissed off.
Solas then draws his scimitar and dagger and prepares for the worst.
Kabor.
Looks like we're going to be heading in deeper.
Okay.
After we handle this, I'm going to take a poke at the one who rattled me like a tuning fork.
Oh, that's definitely a hit.
Oh, dang.
You kind of like slide your rapier between 2 of his bits of plate. And as you take it out, a spurt of blood follows suit.
Sweet.
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Ollie. Disguise did not
Alright.
work.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna like, oh, there's an arrow in me now. Like, fucking dick. And
It
I
was not an arrow, it was a bolt of some form of magic.
Oh, really? Oh, good lord. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I am going to cunning action, or I'm going to. Let me see. I'm going to dash here. I think it was here that I made it to. Sorry, I have such bad memory for the distances I choose. And then let me see. Let me see. So, okay, then I am going to hide here with my cunning action. Like hide kind of behind this little upturned coal cart.
Okay. This is going to be another one of those combats where you take all the credit for it, right?
Oh, most likely. Most likely. So yeah.
Alright. You hide behind the crate. You seem to hide pretty well. Anything else?
I don't think I can attack him. I think I used that up with my dash. So yeah, I mean, but I have a target in mind for when my turn comes around. So
Alright.
but yeah.
Kesu.
Oh, whoops, I was muted. He's gonna pull out his dagger and try and open this guy's throat
Alright.
with it.
Is that meant to be 2 attacks?
Yeah, because I get I have 2 attacks.
Good.
Because of drawing
Sorry.
weapons bonus.
I don't, I struggle to remember who has multi-attack and who doesn't.
Yeah, level 5 monk multi-attack.
Roll to murder.
That's murdering.
Okay. You stick your dagger just right into this guy's throat. You open it up like a tracheotomy, which is a thing that you have done many times, but not with this destructive of an intent.
Yes. Does Kesu notice any blackness in his throat before he expires?
You indeed do. You open up his throat, and kind of like make a slash down, and you can just see past the blood that is now just gushing out, just nothing but black.
Kesu, kind of throw him to the side. Calling out, it seems that their gods are not protected from whatever this is, as he kind of... how far could he leap off this wall?
Probably the whole way down. It's 35 feet.
I meant like horizontal distance. Like if he was just to take like a jump.
He knows the y-axis, but what's the x?
Sorry, so if you just jumped off, you would probably be able to go down all the way down fairly easily.
Yeah.
I think that's how
This
your
is-
class works.
Well, currently, any falling damage I take is negated by 25. So, what? It's 1d6 per 5 feet?
Yep.
10 feet.
Or 10
Yep.
feet.
Yep. So that would
So
be
even at
3d6.
maximum damage, it won't deal any damage to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just kind of leaps off. Or, you know what? There could be more coming up here.
Okay.
He's actually just gonna he's gonna kind of move along and look for any doors or anybody else that could be coming.
This the section of wall you're on does seem to be like the very, very edge of like the noble's mansion itself. You don't hear much to the south. But that will be your turn.
Yes.
Alright. You stuck him pretty good. He's gonna try and rattle your bones right back, Kabor. Gonna guess that 19 hits.
It does indeed.
He smacks you for a good 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jeez.
Boing. He swears at you in Dwarvish. For anyone who does speak Dwarvish in this group, it's a bunch of insults about Kabor's mother.
Oof.
Speaking ill of the dead.
This one here turns to Solas and begins to move his hands around in an almost hypnotic fashion.
Fuck. Wait. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. We're just a party of MC Hammers today. And then he's just swearing at you, and he's beginning to move further in.
Solas just has a face of like, really.
Arazid.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I should have stowed last turn. I'll do that this time, it'll be fine. I'm gonna enter.
Mm-hmm.
Shooty.
Rudy Tooty. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the shit I like to see.
See if you can do it twice in a row. Roll me that multi-attack. Oh.
Good enough.
2 hits though. 2 hits. The first one just goes like right between the eye holes in his helmet. He's so struck he literally staggers back 5 feet. And the next one follows suit and just gets him like right kind of in the shoulder armpit area. There is a growing pool of dark red blood underneath him in the sand. Anything else with your turn?
No, I was gonna stow, but I decided against it. That was a good shot. That was good.
That was a good shot.
Yeah.
Solas, this guy's trying to one-up you.
Yeah. No, I don't like that. I'm gonna full sprint toward the guy that's running, and as I do, the tip of my ring will begin to glow with a small bright flame, as I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast. And because I'm 5th level, I can do it twice now.
Oh, both hit.
8 and 1.
You basically just like get his ass as he is running away from you. And like one hits onto his shin bone and he just falls to the floor.
Cool. Yeah, that's it.
Kabor. Take it away.
Sorry, I was talking to somebody.
That's cool.
Let's see if we can get revenge.
No hits.
Jeez. I'm probably gonna get pounded for that. Alright.
Alright.
Let's see what you've got in store then, Ollie.
So, Ollie has not used the crossbow yet. And the time has motherfucking come.
This is a crit.
Alright.
I'm officially gonna make you god.
Damn.
Phew. 10 does
Okay.
not hit.
And Ollie is going to go, whoop, and she's going to go over here and she's going to use her cunning action to hide once again over here. Hopefully, no one noticed anything.
That's
What?
a point. Since she was hidden, wouldn't it be an advantage?
Oh, great point. It would be an
Oh.
advantage.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. All right, I will try again. Whoever gods are in this Dolores realm. Yeah.
Okay, so you go over there and you
Back
hide.
to the original plan. Back to the original plan.
Well,
At least you rolled those well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kesu.
E?
I heard the letter E.
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 I am in range. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump and then jump and run at this guy.
That is a rock which is about 10 feet high, so not that you were getting hurt by that jump anyway.
And then he kind of comes up behind and
He is
does
lying down.
ow. Comes up behind him and he's just gonna like pull back his head if he can and just slit his throat.
Alright. You slit his throat. You see the same kind of sight as you did with the last gent. Anything else?
He's checking the body.
For the same signs. Which you do see.
I don't know, checking for like stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. We're gonna get back to that. The dwarf guard once again attempts to hit you, Kabor. This time, he does so at a disadvantage. Because there is an arrow in his eye and he cannot see much.
I imagine
a 10 does not hit.
it does not.
He kind of like wildly flails around with his hammer, but it appears that he is the one who is being hammered. Arazid.
Big F in the chat. Let me look around. Where? There's so many X's.
Yes. There is currently only one guard standing, and it is the one.
Blended in somebody in the background, and I attacked him before.
Yeah. There is this guy that was knocked out as well, which. So technically he is still alive. The rest seem
Sonny's
to
probably
be dead.
cradling him.
Well, I'm gonna
Nothings.
shoot this guy.
Do it. One hit.
What is happening?
Who
You
are
are
you?
earning your nickname today, my friend. How would you like to do this?
Ooh, okay, so Arazid is kind of like, he can't believe his luck because he's actually, I guess, gaining skill in the thing that he set out to do with his life. Wow. And so he's like just shooting off these arrows, and then the last one he kind of like stumbles a bit, but he stumbles almost perfectly. It seems like he made a perfect mistake, and the arrow like shoots it directly into this guy's neck.
Ooh.
And with that,
Blood spurts. It's gross.
super gross. The people that were proceeding into the mine have since disappeared. Should probably have mentioned that during the fight, but there you go. What do you guys do next? There are a bunch of corpses around you.
As I said, Kesu looks over this guy for any possessions he might
Right,
have.
yes. This guy is holding a key to the door that is now in smithereens. You assume so anyway.
Kesu's just gonna take any keys on him.
But, yep, you pick up that key. You pick up 4 copper pieces that he has. In one pocket, you find a strip of meat jerky.
Perfect. Kesu doesn't trust that at all.
Just leave it behind.
Kesu leaves the jerky behind. He does not trust the strange meat. He also leaves the copper behind, so he'll take the key.
I mean, there's all the cooked meat over here.
While this is happening, I would like to recover some of my arrows.
Okay, you can do that.
Oh yeah, I'd like to look for my 2 bolts, like the side of this house here.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
You'll spend a minute and you will recover half, so you get 1 bolt back. And I want to say you shot 6 arrows in this combat, so you'll get 3 back, Arazid.
Yahoo!
And Sunny's here too.
Man, I really gotta.
I don't channel Sunny quite as well as Toby does.
Friends, you
Kesu
lived.
Mine time.
Mine.
Mine. Secret tunnel.
Come on, Arazid. Come on, Kabor. We're leaving without you.
You all
we
approach
missed
the waypoint, and enter the mines. There are the tracks, like with the minecart, end quite quickly. But you do pass a fairly steady stream of miners. Some going off in like Mr. Bones' wild ride. Just tell me when you guys want to get
never
off.
ends.
Basically the mine is there is like one main tunnel and lots of branching paths. But the majority of the miners seem to be heading in a straightforwards direction.
Kesu's just following the miners.
What did you guys do with the unconscious one, by the way, the guard at the gate? Just
I
leave
think he
him?
just got left.
Yeah, he's there.
He is the lucky, weak-ass son of a bitch.
Yep.
I get the feeling he just like wakes up, takes a peek inside, sees just corpses of the other guards, and just because this ain't my fight.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
get
They're all,
paid
like,
enough.
Charred.
Yeah, he just doesn't get paid enough, so he just
He's like, oh, okay.
leaves.
And that's when he pops up now as a reoccurring guard. You know, until you murder him next time, because he might have the parasite inside of him, which will be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys continue to follow the miners. Do you attempt to like blend in, or are we like really rushing on like full steam adventurer mode?
Kesu's rushing full steam.
I think we're gonna,
Yeah.
Yep.
Choo choo. You don't seem to see any other guards past the entrance, which you find odd. You would expect to see quite a few around. But the miners, they all seem to know exactly where they're going and exactly what they're doing, and there is no talking. Arazid, you've been amongst miners in this area for quite a lot of your life. You grew up as one. You would know that chatter amongst miners is something.
Yeah, they talk a lot.
Yeah. But not this time. These guys are being completely silent. Especially as my partner is currently trying to grab my attention. Give me 2 seconds. Hello, Edwin. He's going out for drinks tonight. He was just saying goodbye. Sorry about that.
Have fun.
He is gone, but I will relate the message. Yeah, you expect that these miners to be doing like quite a lot more joking than they have. And none of them actually seem to be doing much in the way of mining right now. You pass by a couple of like mine mine carts. I was trying to say Minecraft too many times.
Minecraft, woohoo!
I've been on that server far too much in the last week. You see a couple of minecarts that are full of this like black rock, which, if one were to expect closer, appears to be coal.
Kesu stabs the rock.
Kesu's dagger vibrates from the hit. The rock shatters into lots of little bits of coal.
It would appear this is actually coal.
Cool. I mean,
Thank
coal.
you much.
Well,
Girl. And then eventually you guys do find one person who is pushing a minecart. But the problem is it's so full of rock, and this person is so thin that they're not actually able to get any very far, but they don't notice that they're pushing into nothingness. They're pushing in one place. You look up and see the face of George. George the guard.
George of the Jungle.
Who's that again?
George is the guard who was last seen having a nap on the walls of Dagmar Manor.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Victor,
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. Victor.
It was something if he was in trouble. His name was George.
Mhm.
And now he appears to be mining, which is quite an odd profession choice for someone who was a guard last time you saw him.
Oh, maybe the other miners are the elevator operators. You know, maybe everybody who had a normal job is now in the mines because Underbearer replaced everybody with his own people. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Hey, George, how are you?
He does look up at you. There is like a flicker of realization. He opens his mouth, and you can see like the skin on like each of his lips kind of like sticks together a bit before it finally snaps open. His lips are really chapped, cracked, dehydrated looking.
Ooh.
He struggles for a second to focus in on you. It's especially hard because there is the gloom right now of quite a few different crystals hanging kind of in little nooks in parts along the wall. I need to die.
Oh, George. Oh, we all feel that way.
Kesu walks up and
sometimes.
slits his throat.
What the heck?
Whoa.
He wanted death. I am simply giving him it.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
He's too shocked. He's too shocked.
Kesu then inspects the fresh incision for that good old black gunk.
You see a chunk crawling out of the throat, and it attempts to crawl like further down into the mines.
Kesu points to it. We now have a guide.
Solas. Kabor.
Yes.
Is kind of just dying on the ground.
Fucking crazy.
But you do hear him choking out, "Thank you."
Kesu kind of
Arazid's
kneels down,
gonna-
placing a hand to his forehead as he... I apologize that I was not able to save you, my friend.
Arazid's also gonna like kind of sit down on the ground, just try to keep George comfortable while he's dying.
You hold his hand, and you can feel the hand begin to stiffen and grow a little bit colder. After a minute or two.
Well, that's the end of that.
So mercantile, I love it.
Kesu will kind of look to them. If you do not have what it takes to be able to do what must be done, you know where the exit is. He points towards the thing crawling along the ground. I am going to kill the main body. If you wish to come and help me do so, then please, let's continue. And he turns without another word and begins following this thing, crawling along the ground.
Arazid, careful what you say around him. And then I'm gonna follow him.
You guys follow the creature for a while. It's going fairly slowly. It's it's about like 6 inches long and has only just started to develop the what am I saying, motor skills required to crawl around. So this is like definitely something that seems to be new to it. But eventually, excuse me, you do reach a much larger opening in the gas. You do reach a much larger opening in the cave system. And this seems to be an area in which a large amount of the miners have been gathered. And they seem to be gathered around this creature that hangs from the ceiling. I'll just post that in the chat.
Oh boy.
Oh. Oh, okay.
He looks towards Solas. That spell that you produced to kill the guard, and earlier with the big explosion. Can you produce another?
He's kind of like staring at this thing for a good bit. As like when Kesu was talking, he's kind of like semi-paying attention, but not really, as he's just staring at the thing. Like, oh yeah, I can perfectly well do that. I really want to, honestly.
Then let's do what must be done. And Kesu kind of turns towards it as he puts his claws on.
Okay.
Okay.
Sunny, could you heal me before we start?
Magic, hoy!
I didn't think you'd be getting this crazy so quickly.
Oh, lovely. I tried to find like a suitable token, but the only ones that exist are premium ones.
Yeah.
So, it's just gonna take me a second to find some suitable tentacled demon creature.
I mean, I could just run that through Token Stamp, get you one.
That would be very useful, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Can get it.
Alright.
Actually, probably shouldn't. The sheet for that.
Sunny is all like, magic, 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 hoy!
Yay.
Why didn't that roll? Magic, 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 hoy!
Okay, good enough. Thanks, buddy.
Ignore the double tiling on here. Actually, oh no, I can disable the grid.
Does that work?
Oh,
Ooh,
gorge.
and so quick.
Yep.
He's a pro.
I know what I'm doing with that.
Okay, I'm gonna disable the grid for this. So just be
Okay.
aware that your tokens aren't going to be snapping to the grid automatically. But please drag your characters somewhere in the south here.
Okay.
And I am just going to upload this dude.
How do I make token appear?
Oh, go into the journal newspaper thing and then go down to your characters and then grab your name and then drag it onto the map.
Mm-hmm.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, go into the newspaper or journal and then go down to the characters list and then get your name sort of blue highlighted and then drag it down. Yeah, you're there.
Got it. Yeah. I thought you had to grab the image and not the name, and it wasn't working.
That's what I've always been trying.
I only know because I've had to ask so many times.
I like seeing this world populate.
Mm-hmm.
Don't judge me too much, it's been a busy week. I'm just going to shrink all of you to a slightly more in ratio amount. There we go. Sunny should be here too. Alright. Ollie has been healed. Before all of you guys, you see this creature hanging from the ceiling. It is kind of got its tendrils hanging down onto the ground, and you see that it is producing this black mist constantly, which is cloaking the ceiling. You can't see exactly how this creature is actually connecting to the ceiling because of the amount of blackness that it is producing. It is quite this thick smog, actually, which may indeed be the stuff that, has managed to seep its way out into the Underbarrow market as a whole. And in addition to that, the tentacles on the ground are producing these tiny black creatures which are squirming away and latching themselves onto the miners around. What do you guys do?
Retreat.
Retreat.
I mean, you can retreat. Come
I'm
back
gonna
with a better
elbow
game plan.
Solas and say, "Fireball."
Yep. So yeah. Throw that out already if you want to.
Go for it. That is presumably directed right onto the creature.
Oh yeah. So that's going to be hitting all but the two guys at the bottom.
Okay. Roll that damage, please.
But okay.
Okay.
This was the last one, but I'll take it.
The miners just immediately all burn up
Okay.
into nothingness. I'm just going to clear that because I forgot to do it. Please roll initiative. Damn, for a big creature, this thing does not have a good dex.
I mean, it's kind of stuck to the ceiling, so.
Initiative of the series. Does that mean it just doesn't move?
That means it comes last.
Yep.
My Sorcidin has a 7 for dex in my Thursday game.
Yep.
And I have not come more than second to last once in combat so far. Kabor. This creature is screaming, burning, smoking, covered with corpses. I mean, surrounded with corpses. What do we do?
Smoking is bad for you. I'm gonna cast Bane on it.
Yeah. Charisma is another thing it's bad at. It fails the roll.
Huzzah! And that'll be it for me, that's for sure. I'm not getting any closer.
Okay.
The fact that this thing has such low stats worries me. Because one of the high ones.
Yeah. Well, you remember how you were asking about whether or not I would throw any weird shit at you?
Oh no.
What does Kesu do?
Man charges.
Alright. This thing, like, it reaches up to the ceiling, which is about 20, I think about 15, 20 feet up, but it does also reach down to the ground. There is plenty of room in which to hit.
Just
Time
being
for
tendrils.
claws.
Yep. Do the claws. The 18 hits.
Then I'm gonna follow up with a Fury of Blows.
Okay.
For 2 unarmed strikes.
Ooh. 25 also hits. Alright. Which levels out to 16 damage. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright. It's one. You hit kind of one of its tentacles. You see it kind of like retreats into itself. A little bit, that one tentacle. Arazid.
Yay! Arazid's gonna move past Solas and Ollie.
No.
And now Arazid is going to shoot arrows because there's no way he's getting close to this thing.
That hits. That also hits. Nice and consistent. I'm liking this so far. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Ollie.
If so, given like that Kesu, like is Kesu 10 feet away or 5 feet right now?
He'd be considered 5, I think. Because this is considered it being in the full tile currently, right?
Yeah.
And then
Oh, okay.
he's right beside it, so he'd be like, if he was to move 5 feet, he'd be inside of it.
I can
Okay,
turn the
dope.
grid back on if that makes it a bit easier. It's just that because this map I found also has a grid, it might give you guys double vision.
Oh, no, I mean that's awesome. I just wanted to make sure I was like,
This would be what it
You
looks
know.
like with both grids. Do you want me to turn it off again?
oh no, yeah, turn it off. Yeah, turn it off. Turn it off. Okay, I am going to shoot.
Yes. Hit.
Oh my god, yeah. I hit?
Hit.
Okay, and then because I get my sneak attack advantage because I've got Kesu right there, I'm going to add 3d6 onto that. So
Lovely.
nice. Yeah, alrighty. So yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to move more over here because I don't know how big of a range this thing has. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Solas.
Alright, as this thing is recoiling from being hit by a bloody fireball,
Mm-hmm.
Solas is going to run up right here. And he's going to summon his packed scimitar in one hand, having the other one in the other. And that's it for now.
All right.
Suffering time.
The creature reaches out with a tentacle each to Kesu and to Solas.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
This is going to be one of those times where, like, I've picked out a really cool enemy.
Yep.
All right. So, I'm guessing neither of those hit.
No, I have an AC of 18.
It also reaches down with that rather fearsome jaw and attempts to bite you, Kesu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, at least that hits. Can you roll me a athletics or acrobatics check, please?
Oh no.
Okay. With its bite, it sinks its claws into you, Kesu, and does not let you go. It drags you forwards a bit. The fangs are kind of like sunk into one of your shoulders.
Mm.
And it has got you, babe.
Not as bad as I was thinking, but it's still.
Perfect. Now I can actually hit it.
Oh yes, and then the damage. Thanks for reminding me, Solas.
Oh. I mean, I was thinking it's going to swallow him, but.
And that's not bad.
Yeah, it's quite favourable for you. Kabor.
I'm more utility than damage. I'm not sure what to do beyond the Bane, truthfully. I can cast light. Do we need light?
Does this thing have eyes?
Well, right now the you can't see many eyes. Well, you can't see any eyes actually. But you do see like quite a lot of the darkness spreading across. If Sunny were here right now, he would probably be encouraging you to spread a little light.
Oh, no, that's action shit. Truthfully, I just have no... I guess I can Thunderwave it. No, that's self. I'm gonna throw a dagger at it. I have nothing else.
Okay. Throw that dagger. The dagger hits. It sinks into like the inky blackness of its skin. Kesu, you can attempt to free yourself from this grapple.
Yes. That would be what? A acrobatics or?
Since you're the grappled, you can choose acrobatics or athletics. Yeah.
Oh my god, I need to go. My meeting started 20 minutes ago.
Oh damn! Okay.
Hi.
All right. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
18 to get out.
All right. You manage to wriggle yourself free from its teeth. And as
Kind of.
go ahead.
Oh. I'm gonna say, do I still get my attack actions, or I forget grapple rules, to be completely honest, because I rarely ever.
Demon, do you know it off by heart?
Normally, to free yourself from a grapple would be an action.
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
So I can use a key point to get. Yeah,
that.
Kesu's gonna kind of fall to the ground. And then I'm going to use a key point and take the and take the dodge action.
That's fair. Wait, dodge action. Didn't you? Can you do that?
Yes, I can spend one key point and take it
Ah.
as a bonus action.
That makes sense. Very monk-like.
And it kind of falls to the ground
Okay.
and it is ready to dodge.
I may say some words that are quite worrying to those of you that are familiar with this type of creature. At initiative count 20,
Fuck.
the walls and the blackness begin to pulsate. Ollie, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
This is not an
okay.
ability check, so you don't need to impose disadvantage.
okay, but if it's about being frightened while wearing the ring, I
It is
have
not.
advantage. It's not.
It's
oh.
not about being frightened.
Oh, I was really hoping it was.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Alrighty. Second. Great. I'm so wise.
Whoa!
Oh my god! I didn't think that would work.
The air literally is like shifting around you. You feel this like pulling from this creature. It's like feels like it's trying to pull you closer, to warp yourself around it. And you're just like, no.
No, I warp myself around myself. Thank you very much.
Arazid.
Who is left? So I'm
Oh
assuming
yeah.
just
Dumb
fires
brain.
arrow.
Yes.
Arrow go burr.
Burr, right?
I'm
Who
just
does that too?
opening up his sheets.
I enjoy how Sunny's just kind of sitting in back too, watching all this. Even when not here, still.
Wow. The arrows fly quite soundly into this creature's flank. Ollie, are you pissed that this thing tried to do whatever it just did?
Oh, you fucking know it. I mean, fuck this motherfucker. It shouldn't even fucking see me here. Okay, so I'm loving my new crossbow, and I'm hoping that works.
It does hit.
Oh, it hits? Okay. And then I've still got a friend close by. So I've done that stupid thing where I've lost my chat. Like it just kind of went over here. Okay, so I got it back. I'm going to do that. Our 3d6. Oh,
Nice.
for every day.
You empower this bolt with all of the vexation of a woman scorned. It flies like right
Woman
through.
or man.
Yeah. Or
Scorned,
neuter, depends on your mood.
Oh, but scorned. But scorned.
Hell hath no fury like an individual of ambiguous gender scorned.
Hell no. Hell
Doesn't
no,
really
it
roll
doesn't.
off the tongue though. Anyway,
No.
it like flies right through a tentacle. The tentacle like kind of flops onto the ground as it is like severed from the rest of the body. It's kind of like doing that writhing thing that fish do. I'm sure you've probably seen one of those in your life.
Yep.
Unfortunately, yes. I'm going to take my crossbow, and although no smoke is coming off of it, I'm going to blow it.
You don't even know like why it was that you were motivated to do that. You don't know of any projectile producing weapons that have smoke coming out after them, but you feel just a little bit cooler for doing so.
It's just kind of like good luck. Yeah. I think I'm
Explodes-
going to do it every time now. I'm going to make this into a
Just blowing
thing.
some dust off it.
Yeah.
Solus.
Alright, well, this thing tried to non Kesu. That's not cool. I'm gonna stab it 3 times. And offhand.
2 hit.
Okay. That's 15.
You do this. You also remove a tentacle
Nice.
It begins to slither in kind of like a panicked, directionless manner. Anything else before you die? I mean, anything else before your turn ends?
You know what? I'm gonna be stupid, and I'm gonna loop around back here.
Bring it around
20 feet, go.
town.
Right there.
Alright.
You're playing. Are we playing with flanking?
Nope.
Not to my knowledge. Like this thing apparently, because it's a few tentacles short, it's really struggling to hit either one of you. Does a 15 hit Solas?
It does.
Oh no.
Oh, I wish that 15 would have won at me, because it would have had disadvantage.
Yeah. I generally do top to bottom.
Yeah.
And the tentacle, it lashes straight out at you. Solas, I need a con save, please.
Boy.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah.
The tentacle is like aiming right for your mouth. And you are just like, you have enough wherewithal about you to like clamp that mouth shut. And instead it like lands on your chest. And you can just feel like the creepers sinking in. Like there are these individual little thorns that you see coming out of this tentacle.
Nice.
And it just begins to sink into you. And you can feel your flesh just like tearing away.
Ow.
Kabor.
Well, there's nothing left for me to do but approach.
Oh, did you approach me, Jojo?
Ooh.
I don't get the reference. Anyway,
I get the reference,
It's
but
a
I got
JoJo's
it, I'm the only
reference.
one.
it's a meme now. A 16 does not hit.
jeez.
Just glances off of its flank.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright. Kesu.
Time to slash with some claws.
Claw, go slashy.
Both hit.
Describe to me how you want to end this creature's rule.
I'm guessing, it like the tentacle that it swung down, Kesu kind of, uses to kind of jump off and just kind of slits its throat. Like, tears it open with the claws.
You're not entirely sure where the throat is, but you reason it's probably somewhere underneath those fangs that it tried to grind into you, and you just claw its head off. Essentially, you sink your claws like into this thing's rough throat area. You're a pretty good surgeon. It sinks in, and you are able to just like win one swoop, rip this thing's face off. The tentacle that was attached to Solas just begins to like wither away, and it flops onto the ground. And the creature appears to still and quiet. And because we've run slightly over, I feel like we will leave it there for this game.
Da, da, da.
I know I'm not gonna be here next week. No!